Imagine this island, right?
Yeah.
Where you've got these ancient stone ruins, just sort of whispering stories from the past.
Hmm.
And then miles and miles of coastline, turquoise water, and this culture that's just been there for, well, thousands of years.
It's pretty special.
Did you know Sardinia actually has over 7,000 prehistoric sites? I mean, 7,000, it's incredible.
Yeah, it's wild. A land just soaked in history, really waiting for you to uncover it. Welcome, everyone, to the deep dive.
And the coast. You mentioned the coast. It makes up almost a quarter of Italy's entire shoreline.
That's right, over 1,800 kilometers. Think cliffs, hidden beaches, little coves. Just amazing.
It really does just call out to be explored. And you, our listener, you told us you're dreaming of an 11-day trip there, so that's our mission today.
Exactly. We've pulled together all this info to build what we think is a really inspiring itinerary for a first visit. Actionable advice.
We want to spark your imagination, get you excited about planning, not stressed out. So, okay, let's dive in and map out this Sardinian adventure for you.
Right. A great place to start, we think, is down south in Cagliari.
Our capital.
It's the capital, yeah, but it's also ancient, really bustling with life, just a perfect base for exploring the south, the history, the beaches.
So for the first, say, 4 days,
Yeah.
staying in Cagliari makes a lot of sense.
We really think so. You've got loads of accommodation options, and like I said, it's so central for day trips down there.
Okay. And what about in Cagliari itself? What should you absolutely not miss?
Oh, definitely the 4 old districts. You have to wander through Castello, Stampas, Marina, and Villanova.
Castello sounds amazing, the castle district.
Yeah, it's high up, feels really medieval, narrow winding streets, old walls, and these lookouts. The
Yeah.
views are just, wow, breathtaking.
You really feel the history there.
Totally. You'll stumble across Il Castello itself, the Bastione di San Remi, climb up that for incredible city views from the terrace, and the medieval towers, San Pancrazio and dell'Elefante, plus the cathedral, Cattedrale di Santa Maria. It's beautiful, a mix of styles showing all the layers of history.
Right. And for history buffs, you mentioned all those prehistoric sites.
Exactly. The Museo Archeologico Nazionale in Cagliari is where you'll find artifacts from many of them. Imagine seeing things from, civilizations thousands of years old.
Incredible. And the Roman amphitheater.
Yeah, the Anfiteatro Romano, it's remarkably well preserved, a real reminder of Rome's influence. And the Santa Restituta crypt is fascinating too, sort of an underground sanctuary.
Wow. But it's not all history, right? There's a beach nearby.
Oh yeah, Poeto Beach. It's this long, lovely stretch of sand, perfect for just kicking back and soaking up the sun after exploring.
Nice balance.
Yeah.
Okay, so day trips from Cagliari. What do you recommend?
Well, definitely 2 standouts. First, head south, maybe 40 minutes drive, to the Nora archaeological site.
Nora. That was Phoenician, wasn't it?
Founded by them, yeah, around the 8th century BC. Master sailors, the Phoenicians. Then it was Carthaginian, Roman, Byzantine. Lots of history packed in there.
So what can you actually see there?
You can walk through it, see the remains of a Roman theater, imagine people at the thermal baths, the terme, a mare, which are right by the sea,
Oh, cool.
and look out for the mosaic floors in the Atrio Trestastillo, the House of Tetrastyle atrium. It really brings the past to life,
Sounds amazing.
Yeah.
And the second day trip?
For the second one, head east this time, about an hour's drive, to Capo Carbonara.
Okay.
It's just stunning scenery. We really suggest hiking up just a short way to the Torre di Porto Giunco. The views from that tower, looking over the turquoise water, unforgettable.
And I heard something about flamingos.
Yes.
Wow.
Keep an eye out at Stadio Natari, the lagoon there. You might see pink flamingos. It's quite a sight.
Wow.
And then, of course, you've got to spend some time relaxing on the beach itself. Spiaggia di Porto Giunco. The watercolor is just unreal, that perfect turquoise.
Sounds idyllic. What about food and drink down south? Any local specialties?
Well, being coastal, fresh seafood is obviously a massive highlight. You've got to try it.
Yeah.
And for wine, look out for Carignano. It's a full-bodied red that really loves the southern Sardinian climate. Or Nuregus. That's a crisp white wine, mostly grown down there too.
Good tips. So 4 nights in Cagliari gives you a really good taste of the south.
Absolutely. History, city life, stunning beaches. It's a great start.
Okay, let's move on. Day 5 sounds like a travel day, heading from Cagliari up to Alghero.
That's right, northwest coast this time. And it's not just about getting there. We really, really recommend taking the coastal route via Bosa. Makes it a scenic adventure in itself.
Osa. Tell me about Bosa.
Oh, Bose is a little jewel. It's incredibly picturesque. Imagine these brightly colored houses tumbling down the hill towards the river, the Timo River,
Sounds lovely.
and overlooking it all, this impressive Castle Malaspina. It's just picture perfect.
So worth a stop then.
Definitely. Walk across the old bridge, the Ponte Vecchio, grab a gelato. You have to get to gelato, wander the cobbled streets, just soak it up. Yeah, visit Castle Malaspina. Good bit of history there, seen a lot over the centuries. And again, the views are fantastic over the town and the valley.
Okay, so after Bosa, continue on to Alghero.
Exactly. And when you get to Alghero, if you've got the energy, maybe take a walk along the Lungomare, the seafront promenade. It's a lovely first glimpse of the city.
And Alghero's different, isn't it? It has a sort of Catalan feel.
It really does. It was under Catalan rule for a long time, and you can still feel it. They even speak a local Catalan dialect there. It's fascinating.
Wow. So plan to stay in Alghero for a bit.
Yeah, we suggest the next 3 nights in Alghero. Gives you plenty of time to explore the city and the surrounding area.
Okay, days 6 and 7 around Alghero. What are the highlights?
Right, day 6, let's focus on history first. Head out to Nuraghe Palmavera. It's only about a 20-minute drive.
Nuraghe. That's those unique Sardinian stone structures,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly, Bronze Age. Found only in Sardinia. Palmavera is really well preserved. You can see the main tower, the courtyard, outlines of the huts. It connects you right back to like 1500 BC. It's pretty amazing.
That sounds incredible. And there's another ancient site nearby.
Yes, Necropoli the Angelurugiu. It's even older, over 5,000 years old. It's a prehistoric burial site, maybe 10 minutes from Alghero Airport.
5,000 years. Wow. What's it like?
It's got 38 tombs carved into the rock. They call them Domus de Janus, fairy houses.
Fairy houses.
Yeah, that's the translation. And in some tombs, you can still make out faint carvings, like bull horns. It's quite powerful thinking about the beliefs back then.
Definitely puts things in perspective. What else for day 6? Wine, maybe.
Good call. If you're into wine, consider a stop at the Sella e Mosca winery. It's one of the big names in Sardinia.
Do they do tastings?
They do. You might get to try Canna, which is a really important Sardinian red. They often have tours of the estate, too. Learn about the local winemaking.
Sounds like a good option. And then back to Alghero for the evening.
Exactly. And the evening in Alghero is special. You absolutely have to walk along the bastioni, the old seawalls.
The ramparts.
Yes, they surround the historic center, the Centro Storico. Get lost in those little winding streets, browse the shops. You'll see lots selling red coral jewelry. It's a big local craft. There's even a coral museum.
Red coral. Interesting.
And find a spot on the ramparts to watch the sunset over the sea. It's magical. Then find a nice little trattoria in the old town for dinner. Perfect end to the day.
Sounds absolutely perfect. Okay, what about day 7? More coastal stuff.
Definitely coastal wonders on day 7. The big one is Neptune's Caves Grotta di Nettuno.
Ah, yes, I've heard of those. How do you get there?
2 main ways, both pretty memorable. You can drive out to Capocaccia, these dramatic cliffs, and then walk down the Escala da Capio.
The goat's staircase.
That's the one. Over 650 steps carved right into the cliff face. The views are insane.
Wow. Or the easier option.
Or you take a boat trip straight from Alghero Harbor. It drops you right at the cave entrance. Much less effort.
Good to have options. And inside the caves.
Oh, it's like another world. Stalactites hanging down, stalagmites growing up, all these incredible formations sculpted by water over thousands and thousands of years. Really awe-inspiring.
Sounds like a must-do.
And the caves are inside the Capocaccia and Porto Conte Regional Natural Park, so there's great hiking around there too if you want more coastal views.
Okay. And maybe a beach to finish the day.
Perfect idea. Head to Portoferro Beach. People often say it's the wildest, most beautiful beach in that area. Bit rugged, reddish sand, really lovely.
Nice. And local wines around Alghero, besides the Sella e Mosca ones.
Yeah, keep an eye out for Cagnolari, that's a local red, and Torbato, which is a really interesting aromatic white wine that does well in the sandy soil up there.
Cagnolari and Torbato.
Got it.
Okay, day 8, moving on again.
Yep, another scenic drive day, this time heading from Alghero up towards the northeast to Palau.
Palau. That's the gateway to the Maddalena Islands, right?
Exactly. The drive takes maybe 2.5 to 3 hours. You'll see the landscape change again as you travel north.
Any stops recommended along the way?
You could stop at Castelsardo if you have time. It's another stunning medieval town perched on a cliff. Really dramatic.
May.
But the main goal is Palau, because that's where you'll access La Maddalena. When you arrive in Palau, you'll see it's a busy little resort town, lots of boats. It's definitely the hub for the archipelago.
and stay in Palau.
Yeah, we recommend basing yourself in Palau for the next 3 nights.
Okay, so 3 nights in Palau means day 9 is probably all about those islands.
Absolutely. Day 9 is dedicated to the La Maddalena Archipelago National Park. The best way to see it is a full-day boat tour from Palau.
Sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
What do those tours usually cover?
They typically cruise through those incredibly clear waters, stopping at several islands. You'll likely visit Ludeli.
The Pink Beach.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Spiaggia Rosa. Though swimming right on the pink sand is often restricted now to protect it. But you'll see it. And other beautiful islands like Santa Maria, Spargi, Rizzoli.
What makes them so special?
It's just...
Right.
The water clarity is unbelievable. Turquoise doesn't even cover it. Then you've got these amazing granite rocks sculpted by the wind, lots of marine life, and just beach after stunning beach.
Like sailing through paradise.
Pretty much. It really feels like that. And doing the boat trip might even make you think, okay, next time I'm staying on one of these islands for longer.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Okay, so after that amazing day on the water, what's planned for day 10? Still based in Palau.
Still based in Palau, yeah. For the morning of day 10, we suggest heading just a bit west, maybe a 35-minute drive, to Capo Testa. It's near Santa Teresa di Gallura.
Capo Testa. What's there?
Rocks. But like amazing, giant, wind-sculpted rocks right by the sea. They look like sculptures. It's incredibly photogenic.
Sounds like a good place for a walk.
Definitely. Great for a bit of hiking, exploring the formations, enjoying the coastal views across the strait towards Corsica. Really dramatic scenery.
Nice. And for the afternoon?
Couple of options back towards Palau. You could visit La Fortezza di Monte Altura. It's this big fortress built in the late 1800s.
Oh, interesting. Military history.
Yeah, strategic spot overlooking the strait. They do guided tours. You get great views and learn about its history. It's quite near Palau.
Or what's the alternative?
Or you could dip your toes into the Costa Smeralda, maybe drive a bit along that famous coastline, see some of the well-known beaches. It's known for being quite glamorous yacht set territory.
The Emerald Coast. Okay, maybe just a glimpse. And wine in the north. Gallura region.
Yes, Vermentino. That's the big white wine up there. Gallura is particularly known for its Vermentino di Gallura DOCG. Really crisp, aromatic white wine. Definitely try some while you're in the north.
Vermentino. Got it.
Right.
Right, day 11, the last day of the main itinerary. Where to next?
Day 11 involves moving again, this time heading down the east coast.
Yeah.
You'll drive from Palau to Calaganone. It's about 1.5 to 2 hours.
East Coast. Known for being more rugged, right?
Exactly. Really wild, dramatic beauty. That's what the East Coast, especially the Gulf of Orsay, is famous for.
So Calaganone is the base for exploring that Gulf.
Precisely. Settle into Calaganone. It's a nice little town, got a port, a beach, restaurants, bars. It's right there on the coast. Perfect launching point.
And what do you do on arrival day?
Maybe just take it easy. Settle in, take an evening stroll along the waterfront, get your bearings. We recommend staying in Calagono for this last night, maybe longer if you extend the trip.
Okay, so this itinerary is 11 days. If someone did have more time, say 12 or 13 days, what would they do from Calaganone?
Then you absolutely have to do a boat trip into the Gulf of Orsay. That's what Calaganone is really all about.
The legendary beaches?
Yes. Calaluna, Calasicine, Calabiriola, Calamariolu, Calagabbiani, and the really famous one, Calagolorizza, with its natural arch and rock spire. They are stunning.
Accessible only by boat, mostly?
Mostly boat, yeah, or some pretty challenging hikes for some of them. That keeps them pristine. The scenery along that whole gulf is just jaw-dropping. Wild cliffs plunging into turquoise water.
How do the boat trips work?
You can find sort of cheap and cheerful group tours that take you along the coast, stopping at various beaches. Or you can hire your own boat, maybe with a skipper, for a more private experience. Lots of options from the port in Calaganone.
Sounds incredible. Anything else if you have an extra day? Hiking?
Definitely. The Calaganone area is great for hiking. A really famous trek is into the Golasu Goropu Canyon.
Europe's deepest canyon, I heard.
One of them, yeah. The limestone walls are incredibly high. It's a serious hike, though. There are different routes with varying difficulty, but it's spectacular if you're up for it.
Wow. And food on the East Coast? More seafood?
Lots of fantastic seafood, absolutely. And maybe look out for Monaco wine. It's a local red, often has a little touch of sweetness. Quite distinctive.
Okay. But for the 11-day plan, day 11 is basically arriving in Calaganone, maybe a little explore, and then...
And then that's pretty much it. You'd enjoy your final morning in Calaganone, maybe a last walk by the sea, soak in the view, and then head off to the airport. Olbia is probably the most convenient airport from Calaganone.
Right, makes sense. Okay, throughout this whole trip, we need to talk more about the food. What are some absolute must-try Sardinian specialties people should look out for?
Oh, definitely. You absolutely have to try pain carousel. It's that super thin, crispy flatbread, sometimes called music paper bread. It's everywhere and it's delicious.
Okay, pink carousel. What else? Anything unusual?
Well, there's the famous or infamous casu marzu, the cheese with the live maggots.
Ah, right. Maybe not for everyone.
Definitely a conversation starter, but maybe more appealing is porciju slow-roasted suckling pig. It's a real delicacy, often for special occasions, incredibly tender and flavorful.
That sounds more like it. Any sweets?
Yes. Cietas. You have to try cietas. They're these fried pastries filled with cheese, usually pecorino, and then drizzled with local honey, often arbutus honey. They are amazing. A real favorite.
Cheese and honey. Sounds delicious.
Mm.
Anything else?
Botarga, especially if you're near Oristano on the west coast. It's salted, cured fish roe, usually mullet. It's got a strong, savory flavor, often served grated over pasta, or just sliced thinly, perhaps, with some Vernaccio wine, which is also from that area.
Okay, lots to look forward to. And the key is local ingredients, right?
Absolutely. Fresh, local, seasonal. That's the heart of Sardinian cooking. So definitely seek out the local trattorias, maybe even an agriturismo, a farm stay that serves meals for those really authentic food experiences.
Great advice. Now, just stepping back a bit, what are some key travel tips for Sardinia overall?
Well, remember the diversity. Stunning beaches, yes, but also that rugged, mountainous interior and all those prehistoric sites we mentioned. It's not just a beach island.
And the unique culture.
Exactly. Its own history, traditions, even its own language, Sardo, which you might hear spoken, especially away from the main tourist centers.
But getting around, driving seems essential.
Driving is definitely the best way to explore freely. And a bonus, no toll roads in Sardinia, which makes it a bit more affordable to cover ground.
That is a bonus. And airports.
3 main ones. Cagliari in the south, Olbia in the northeast, and Alghero in the northwest. Plus 4 major ports if you are arriving by ferry. So it's pretty well connected.
When's the best time to go?
Well, spring, maybe April, May, June, and early fall, September, October, are often considered ideal. Pleasant weather for exploring, fewer crowds than summer.
But if you want proper beach weather.
Then summer, July and August, is your time. Just be prepared for it to be hot, busy, and more expensive. It's peak season.
Right. And always remember that deep history. It wasn't just Nuragic people, right?
No, ruled by Phoenicians, Carthaginians, Romans, Byzantines, Spanish, a list goes on. All left their mark, which is why there are so many fascinating ruins to explore.
You sometimes hear about Sardinia's history with bandits. Is that a thing?
Historically, yes. The rugged interior provided refuge, and there was this sort of unwritten code, the Codus Barbercino in some areas, is part of the island's complex cultural history, emphasizing honor, independence. It's fascinating, though obviously not really relevant to tourists today.
And finally, that amazing longevity fact.
Ah, yes, the Blue Zone. Particularly the village of Villagrán-Streisili in the Ogliastra region. It's famous for having one of the world's highest concentrations of centenarians, especially men.
Wow.
It's studied a lot. It seems to be a mix of genetics, traditional diet, active lifestyle, strong family, and community ties. Really interesting stuff.
So quite an island. As we wrap up this deep dive into an 11-day Sardinian adventure, well, I hope you're feeling really inspired.
Yeah, it's an incredible place. The mix of ancient history, that stunning nature, beaches, mountains, caves, the amazing food, the unique culture. It really offers so much.
And remember, this itinerary we've laid out, it's just a suggestion, a starting point. You can absolutely tweak it. More beach time, more hiking, more history. You can tailor it to exactly what you love.
Definitely. Make it your own adventure.
So here's a thought to leave you with. Picture yourself there. Maybe watching that sunset from the Alghero ramparts after exploring ruins all day. Or maybe you're swimming in that unbelievably clear water in La Maddalena. What part of Sardinia is calling out most strongly to you right now?
Yeah, what's pulling you in? We really hope this has sparked your desire to explore Sardinia further, to plan that trip, and maybe, just maybe, make that Sardinian dream a reality.